Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there was a time when William Ruto came out to confirm to the country that his economic team was working on a plan to make sure that they are dealing with the issue of dollar shortage in this country. Remember, we reached a time when the dollar reserves were empty. And there was a big problem, especially when it comes to when you are importing goods outside the country. That time you would need to change your money into dollars. So they came up with a way to get fuel without necessarily using dollar. And remember, that is the highest consumed commodity in Kenya and in any country, of course. So Ruto had a lot of confidence in that plan, and he really launched it, and he thanked his team led by David Ndii. Then a few days later, we saw Rigathi Gachagua, Cleophas Malala, and Johnson Muthama. They were in Mombasa going to receive a ship that had docked with the fuel. We saw how UDA bloggers hyped that issue. They made it even to look like they are sorting the problem of high cost of fuel, as if the price of fuel is going to go down. That's the kind of picture they're trying to paint, but though it never happened that way. But again, the real game was to sort out the dollar shortage, and again, a shilling to gain value. So we anticipated within a short time, the shilling will start gaining value. And this team promised us that the dollar is going to retail at 8 shillings. That was the promise. But then after all this story, the emerging information is so damaging. There is something that has been shared in the study tour, and this is what they are saying. Several large banks are now selling the dollar up to 150 shillings, with the bankers and forex bureaus saying the high price have been driven by demand and the cost of accessing the hard currency on their path. So dollar increase up to 150 shillings as the market is now defying the KCB rate. Sasa hapo ndo kuna reality on ground, and the other one was theory sold by William Ruto to the people of this country. Instead of a shilling gaining value, it is now the dollar. So by that time it was around 140 there. Now we are talking about 150. The bombshell is this fuel you see they brought here from Middle East, in fact this one was from Saudi. They did not pay for it. You would be confused to think that they paid using Kenyan shillings. No. They took it on a loan. So this is a debt. The question on this punchline is, what will happen when this debt is going to mature? And now Kenyans will be forced to pay, or will be needed to start paying the debt. What is going to happen to Kenyan shilling? Now that we are 2 months from the time that we got fuel in this country, and the problem was not sorted. The shilling is losing value every day. Dollar is gaining. What about after the maturity? And this is just going to happen in a few months from now, maybe 2 or 3 months. Before we continue, just a quick request, those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now you can understand where there is the bombshell. Ruto is incompetent. His team too is incompetent. That's a confirmation. If this is where we are, how can we trust the team around William Ruto dealing with the matters of economic advice? I mean, look even on the financial bill they are preparing. Look at it. And Ruto is threatening Kenyans on the same. So if the problem was not sorted out, did they lie to the president? Or what happened on the way? And why did the president come out to lie to Kenyans with a lot of confidence? I remember how Gachagua went to Mombasa telling Kenyans to stop politics, they are developing the country. Malala, with a lot of confidence, he addressed Kenyans as if he's a CS, that they are sorting out this problem. And now we are here, we are heading to a ditch. Reality is that after starting to pay for this fuel, maybe, because now the dollar is retailing at 150, maybe soon you will hear 200 shillings and it will go even up to 300. Ile wakati mwingine tuliambiwa ya kwamba serikali inaendeshwa na mlevi. Leo hii walituambia the Church of Christ has a candidate who does not know even the taste of alcohol. Sasa yule mtu wenyu mweupe kama pamba, Mkristo, mwenye hajui pombe, hapo ndiye amefikisha economy ya Kenya. Look at it. It looked like it was William Ruto who was running the show in 2013 up to 2017 there. He would make it look like that. Now he's in the office. You can see the man himself and we can now rate him. That confirms that drunkard man or drunkard man, he really understood economy and he was listening to advice. But this one is a failure. The way the shilling is losing value from the time Ruto took over power, it tells you that we are in a big mess. The problem is that now civil servants are not getting salary increment as the shilling is losing value. Today, even with a paper bag, you cannot fill it with 1,000. Even 2,000, it has become a problem. You would need 5,000. And some time back, with 500 shillings only, it was enough for a shopping paper bag to be filled. Things have changed. So, and David Ndii at one point wanted to resign. The question would be, why was David Ndii thinking of resigning? Until when he was, convinced by this team. So David Ndii was between defending his career and destroying it by protecting William Ruto and his regime. So if he was even pushed to a corner of even thinking to resign, not because someone wanted him to resign, but because he see the government is doing it or is getting it wrong, then the question is, who are these people who are causing misuse of funds in this country? Because they could manage them, but these people are abusing and misusing the money. Then we end up in the entire problem like what we are having as of now. They kicked out the people who are in a fuel business. Now they decided that it is going to be the state importing fuel using their own friends. Hii ilikuwa ni biashara ya kufaidisha watu wachache hapa. Wameleta mafuta kwa mkopo na Wakenya mtaanza kulipa hii gharama. Na hapo ndio mtapata uchungu wa hii maneno. I don't understand really. The way you see Kenya Kwanza people talking, the arrogance, confidence that has no any meaning. Then you see what is happening on ground. Then you know we are in a sad state. we are lost. So madeni nataki kuja sasa waanza kulipa mafuta ya Saudi Arabia. Mkishaanza kulipa hiyo mafuta, na tuangalie shilingi itapata nguvu ama itapoteza zaidi. Kama tuko hapa mafuta ikikuja na shilingi haijapata hizo nguvu kwa njia yoyote, instead it is losing. So what will happen? That's the big question. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section for coordination of this conversation. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up this far. May good God bless you and see you in our next video.